From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Bradley's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, another day of near normal temperatures across the Acadiana, lower 90s, and the heat's going to start to sneak up on us just a little bit as we head into tomorrow, but even more so by the end of the weekend, and then especially into next week. In fact, next week likely looking at multiple days of high temperatures in the upper 90s to lower 100s, and of course those heat indices will be even a little bit higher than that. So let's get a check of the upper level pattern again as we head into tomorrow, and it's all going to be centered around this ridge of high pressure. Still a little bit far enough to the west tomorrow to where we're still going to have a slight weakness in the atmosphere to allow for a few pop-up showers and storms in the afternoon. But as we head into Sunday and especially into next week, this ridge of high pressure really going to be flexing its muscle across the region. And again, this area of high pressure does two things, right? So it causes air in the upper levels to compress and sink. As it sinks, it warms. So some very hot conditions. But on top of that, you can kind of think of it like a lid in the atmosphere, and showers and storms grow vertically, but with that lid in the atmosphere, it makes it hard for those showers and storms to get going, thus lower rain chances. And that's the setup we're going to have again for the entirety of next week. Meanwhile, out there today, pretty routine summer-like pattern. Hot conditions, yes, but near normal temperatures, lower 90s, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Did see a few showers earlier today, but that probably helped to stabilize the atmosphere for the better part of this afternoon. Thus, not a whole lot showing up on Power Doppler 3. One lone shower there across coastal St. Mary Parish, but that is about it. So not really foreseeing any major issues through this evening and overnight tonight. In the tropics, we still have Tropical Storm Brett here. Right behind it, Tropical Storm Cindy. First off, we'll get to Brett. Winds of 50 miles per hour. It's moving to the west very quickly at 21 miles per hour, but it's going to die a lonely death here in the Caribbean Sea this weekend as strong upper level wind shear pretty much tears it apart. And then Tropical Storm Cindy right behind it. It's going to miss the islands to the north and pretty much recurve out into the open waters and eventually weaken down the line. So both features do not present a threat to the Gulf of Mexico. So here we go with the graph model. Temperature wise, eventually falling into the 70s. Should be somewhere in the mid 70s first thing tomorrow morning, and then partly to mostly cloudy throughout the day. And again, just enough weakness in the atmosphere, low level moisture in place that we'll likely see a few pop-up showers and storms out there. Rain chances I have at around 30%. And of course, if you get underneath one of those downpours, can easily see some heavy rainfall and lightning. But not everyone gets wet like the past couple of days. I think highs pushing into the low to mid 90s for most of us. Sunday starts out mid to upper 70s, and then watch how this ridge really starts to take over the forecast. Rain chances are pretty much down 5–10% or less. Heat's going to be cranking up mid to even upper 90s for most locations. So for tonight, again, eventually temperatures heading for the 70s, mid to upper 70s. That's where we'll start the day tomorrow. And then most of us at least sneak into the lower 90s tomorrow afternoon, although there will be some mid 90s in spots. 77 will be your projected low tonight. 1 or 2 lone showers could be possible through this evening, but rain chances no better than 10 to 20%. Otherwise, we'll say fair to partly cloudy. 94 will be your projected high tomorrow. Pretty typical summer-like pattern. Again, few scattered showers and storms. True View Sky doing a good job showing that. We'll hold rain chances at around 30%. Again, with the heat sneaking up just a little bit, but even more noticeable into Sunday, 96 as we favor a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky. And look at this 10-day forecast as we head into next week. Look at that, high temperatures well in the into the upper 90s, lower 100s, especially for the mid and latter parts of the week. That's where that ridge is going to be the strongest here across Acadiana. Overnight lows, mild, muggy, upper 70s to lower 80s. So guys, we're back to the sun sweating icons once again. Downright hot next week, but looks like we could see the break in the pattern first couple of days of July.
Okay, he did add another triple digit though.
He did.
Since last
we
night.
noticed.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Got a cave.
All right. Thanks, Bradley. Stay